worship you, Jesus. I will never be ungrateful to you, Lord. I will never be ungrateful to you, Lord. I will never be ungrateful to you, Jesus. I will never be ungrateful to you, Lord. When I think of the things you've done for me, I will never be ungrateful to you, Lord. Strategically, be told me the lonely. I will never be ungrateful to you, Lord. Specifically, be told me no lying. Especially if it told to me that they want. I will never be ungrateful to you, Lord. I will never be ungrateful to you, Jesus. I will never be ungrateful to you, Lord. If I choose to count the things you've done for me.
Yes, thank you. That was a beautiful one from Bidemi Olaoba. We can never get enough of Bidemi Olaoba here at Lagoon Radio. And personally, I love him so much. I love to listen to the song. You know, the way he sings it's a gradual process, and then it takes it up to exactly. And then to the world level. You're welcome to the afternoon drive show here on Lagoon Radio, your number one online gospel radio station powered by the Diocese of Lagos, Anglican Communion. Yes, I am DJ Sharp.
DJ Sharp on the screen.
So we will be doing the afternoon drive show together with myself and Sindili Olabisioke Omo Ajayi Video Onikonga Jipo any Ajayi Gbagba.
You skipped Obomi Oshuruwe.
Obomi Oshuruwe da.
Any Ajayi Gbagba tí ó lè gbà tán.
Nobody can bar the person.
Yeah, yes, okay.
So we're doing the drive together. I don't know who is the conductor, I don't know who is the driver, but it doesn't really matter because we're here to entertain you and of course to get you informed. But you can like on Facebook at Lagoon Radio Nigeria, on Instagram and Twitter is at Lagoonradio.Ng. Yeah. There's a lot lined up here. I don't even know where to start from.
And you can also join the conversation by connecting with us here on studio. We would actually love to hear from you. Your beautiful voices, and just join the conversation by calling our studio line on 08189 Lagoon. That's 08189 524666. I'll take that again. 081 089524666. We'd love to have you join this conversation this afternoon because yeah, beloved listeners, I would love to connect with you. And you can also visualize our faces in case you're listening on the app or on the website or on online radio box on Google. You can actually see our faces on our YouTube channel on Lagoon TV. And if you love those faces, you can subscribe and turn on your notification like in it. Okay.
Okay, so that's that on that. The time is 16 minutes past 2 p.m. We have just a few minutes to 3 p.m. But in that short period, we're gonna share with you lots and lots that we have lined up here. Firstly, I'm going to talk about this new story. It came in about an hour ago. It's about a lady. She was arrested for brutalizing her little nephew for misplacing 100 naira. Okay, this is another story of its kind because we've seen something like this before. Still, this 100 naira matter.
Should I call it an abuse? Yeah, it's an abuse.
It's an abuse.
Child abuse. Child abuse practically, because as I saw the story, personally I was thinking that okay, growing up, how much did you misplace growing up, Sharp? Not to talk of.
I'm not. Nobody can tell me she has no misplacement unless your mom does not send you on an errand.
Not to talk of the number of plates you broke while washing plates in the kitchen. Even glass cups. Then not to talk of that reminds me. You see all these lanterns. You see that lantern that uses shades?
Yes.
That shade here. The thing they quick break.
And then you have to be extra careful.
Extra careful, especially while washing it or while cleaning it. Like you have to be extra careful. I even know how many. I can't count how many things I've broken. Now let me now imagine someone now beats me. Yeah, brutalize, not even beating, brutalize.
Come to think of it, then our parents, they don't just beat at every offense you commit. They pile it up for you, and then at a very little thing, for the very little thing you do, it's just a combination of all that has been piled up, and then you get the beating for it. But not as we going to the length of breaking the bottle, because what happened was that the boy was sent on an errand, and then he misplaced the sum of 100 naira. The next thing the lady she felt she could do was to break a bottle on the minor's head. What if he had died? So according to an eyewitness or eyewitnesses, after breaking the minor's head, the lady pushed and threatened him despite the fact that he was bleeding profusely. So the lady who was said to be in the habit of maltreating the minor initially ignored the bleeding child and only made attempt to take him to the hospital for treatment after she was confronted. So if you had not been confronted, then you just leave this boy to bleed out. And
can you imagine?
What are we going to be saying by now? It's just so cruel, and I don't expect anyone.
So obviously, I would say the lady is actually used to maltreating.
And then here comes a day like this.
Then a day like this has actually come. Like the village people that have been pushing her, have actually pushed her to the brim, and there's no way she can turn back till she now got arrested. And according to the video of this particular story that I actually saw, she didn't actually feel any remorse
at all.
She didn't feel any remorse really. And to me, I think the boy deserves justice because now let's now analyze it. You see this temperament, she temperament there be temper.
Temperament.
You need to be able to hold yourself and control your temper. Though it's not easy, it takes the grace of God, but at the same time, by the time you analyze a lot of things. Now the boy misplaced 100 naira. She broke bottle on his head. Let's just assume the bottle is useless. Did she calculate the amount she would spend in the hospital for treating the boy?
I think they keep forgetting the fact that you be the one spending so much.
And even the stress.
But they really do not care.
Really? Anyway, maybe because she's actually used to that way of life of maltreating the boy and all that. And to me, a mother, like a mother cannot do that. Like if you birth your own child or your own children, you won't be able to do that. And at the same time, I think the lady shouldn't or only our arrest shouldn't only be limited to the police custody. I think she needs to see a therapist, like a psychiatrist or a psychologist for evaluation. Because basically, yes, because okay, now today we had our health talk today on mental health, our mental health series. So I think a lot of things happening around. In fact, there are some things you yourself personally you will do, and you'll be like, wait, was I the one who did this? But though this, according to reports, this has actually been a habit from the onset. Like this is what she's used to doing, and that's why she could be bold enough to even leave the boy bleeding profusely.
What if he had died?
Exactly. So I think she should actually be taken for some mental evaluation and see a therapist so that she won't end up, that it is what it is really. But basically, it's so bad.
Yeah, looking at the video, we can see people saying this is not our first time doing it. Like this woman is wicked and all of that. But I don't know. The question is, where is the parent of this child?
Exactly, because
who is the child to her? Yeah,
the child is
a nephew. Where is the parent of this child?
Exactly. So it's so bad. It's so bad.
I'm sure the mother is watching right now. If the mother's alive, I'll just take a few comments. This one says that poverty make you do unimaginable things. Another one said, what is this thing with women maltreating vulnerable, defenseless kids? We can shy away from this, but it's rampant with a particular gender. It's sad. Angry people transferring anger to innocent ones, not just kids. Not just kids do they transfer anger to, they do to adults as well. And I just conclude that these said humans are sad deep inside.
Exactly.
This says it all.
It says it all. Yeah. Like the evaluation is actually the the main thing. Really, she really needs to, so that she won't end up injuring someone else's son that she's not supposed to injure at the end of the day.
I'm seeing something here, but I don't want to believe is what I'm saying. Okay, so this one's a funny thing is a lot of people went through these as children and it was tagged tough love. I always say that child abuse is in any form, either physically or mentally, isn't discipline at all. Let her pay for what she did.
The thing is, this one is to the extreme, because none of us growing up could say maybe our parents or anybody broke bottles on our head.
This is just too extreme.
You can be flogged. Fine.
You can be punished.
There are a lot of punishment. In fact, don't let me tell you, if I gist you punishment, you'll be using one stubborn side eyes to look at me, but I'm gentle. I'm not stubborn. No. Like, there are a lot of punishments that you will even serve. It will take you some days to get yourself back and say that you want to repeat what you were being punished, because as a child you can tend to repeat a particular thing you were being punished for. But this is to the extreme. Breaking bottle on a child's head. Kilo de warapping. So this is to the extreme, really. So this wasn't the way we were raised up. So to me, I actually oppose that comment, really.
Okay, so nice and Nollywood, I see this kind of movie, but from housemaid to housewife. Please. People are fun. Okay, this is a case of from grass to grace. She used to be an housemaid to the boss, and now she is the housewife. And she's so happy. From housewife to housemaid.
From housemaid to housewife. Well, basically, to me now, I'm actually thinking in a different dimension, because not everything you see on social media nowadays is true. She might actually be doing it for clout chasing, or just to, maybe to get followers, or to, I don't know. You understand? So to me, there's not everything I see on social media like that I believe, or okay, like not the case of this woman that broke bottle on a minor's head. That one, police are involved, so it's all over. But the one that you will do video by yourself, I mean, you call just one person to come and do video. It's not someone else that is testifying on your behalf. For us, but at the same time, if
beware.
At the same time, anyway, this kind of thing, na only for Nollywood movie, they always
It
watch am.
happen.
But I don't know, say they actually happen real life. But if to say it happen, no, it happen, no. But trust our people and their comments.
And she's actually celebrating after her boss upgraded her from being his housemate to being his housewife. So this one says,
Where was his boss's wife? Our boss's wife, rather.
maybe the boss was single as at the time she came in as a maid. But
That's true.
you know how they do it in Hollywood movie that okay, you have a maid and then you have a girlfriend. The girlfriend doesn't have character and then
And the
your
maid
maid
has
has character and then you have to
maid
just
can
switch the
cook.
oh god, see love don't begin.
Well, Sharp,
like
I
say,
think
I
you
don't
need
watch
to, you need to,
Nollywood
you need to
well.
write a script and direct a movie. Really, you go sell. I'm going to push him. I'll be your marketer.
This comment here says, hope no be your mother husband you collect sha.
Oh, like I
That was
asked really.
deep.
Like I asked really.
She said, "Now you."
But as you actually said, you might actually be single, or maybe one thing led to the other and all that. But at the same time, should I even say congratulations to
But
her?
you know, things happen because these things that happen that these people are using to act movies are actually things that are really happening, things that are occurring, things they occur where.
Exactly.
And I think that's where these people get their inspiration from, their ideas and all of that from. So well, let's just take a few comments, please.
Oh, like seriously, like the comment that actually caught my attention. Like she's still behaving like a house help. Once a house help, always a house help. But the question is, are house help not human beings?
I don't
They are
understand.
human beings now. The
That,
thing is, you could
it's just a title.
then you could actually see the joy on her face, really, like the way she was dancing, the vibes and all that. So house help is human. You're not be one really. They are from a parent. I be there from parents, same people that way. Then to ex housewife. So the next housemaid can be promoted as well. Ha. That one, I don't know. Is that one? Oh, God, I don't know.
I didn't know. I didn't have.
I don't know. Hell, like I said now, don't believe anything you see
see.
on TikTok. Because everything is just acting, and to me everyone is just all over social media to make themselves happy in fact, even somebody said that went to do something else to get money, we tell you it's reward for hard work. But you that you're a legit hard worker, you know that you're a legit hard worker, and keep praying that God will bless you also. That's actually the main thing.
So this one says, nothing where Ruga left I no go see for this Mark Street. And the last one, the last comment here I'll be taking is, keep the same energy when karma shows. Okay.
So that's
bye.
the way it is, really. But anyway,
Why are you always waiting for karma? If she has not done anything wrong, then I don't see any reason why.
Because inside Nollywood movie, they always say this kind of thing. I never see them real life, really. I never see them for real life. It is what it is, basically. So, Jehovah.
See, you see these people they'll just wake up.
Terms and conditions.
I saw one here by Reno Omokre. I think that one we spoke about it, which was last week, where there are some days whereby you're just broke, and then you search through your contacts, and then you just keep scrolling. Nobody to call.
Exactly.
You like say I don't get contact though.
Actually, before I was actually on that table, like maybe whenever the thing be like say I want day broke, nobody say I broke, I just want day broke. I want to check my contact, say I need backup with 911, and I'll be scrolling, and I'll be like, as contacts plenty like this, who I feel call? I don't know who to call her.
At that moment, everything could just from your head, even if you have who to call.
At that period, that point in time, I'll be like, I'll now be telling my head, my brain, my senses, my 5 sense organs that change your cycle. Because if you have contact and you cannot call them on 911 basis, change your cycle. That's what I'm gonna say, because it gets why. Because why? It gets why. Thanks.
Okay, so this one I was going to talk about. Here's the list for us ladies, I'll be for you men. So if you're dating the right lady, you are dating the right lady if
and only if. Let me put if and only if.
What are the ifs?
Terms now.
How to know you're dating the right lady? Jam it back, Maro. You people should cut me off when I'm lying, or if I'm lying. Doesn't beg you for money, nah lie. keen on what you legit do for a living. Yes, I think.
That
I
number
agree to
one.
that.
Let me talk briefly on that number one.
Okay, let's take it one by one.
If you're actually dating a lady, or if you and the lady does not beg money from you, it gets why. Especially if lady does not even have
you don't finish it. You get why. You get why.
You get why. So especially if the lady doesn't even have maybe something she does for a living that is that brings in money like that, and you know, and she doesn't beg you for money, and you are comfortable with it. My dear brethren in the planet hate. Let me not talk. Let me not say another person is performing your duty. But basically, women, I think we are wired in a way, sharp. The thing is, okay, take for example, let's say I'm earning maybe like 50K. Let's say I'm earning 50K and my spouse is earning maybe 10K. My dear, do you know that 10K we're gonna spend it together? I don't mind collecting that 10K already.
Yes, no.
That is it. That's the way women are wired.
My money is my money.
Yes. And your money is our money.
You get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. Point number 3. If she doesn't compare you with her friends' boyfriends, that's a no-no for me.
No, comparison is a no-no. In relationships,
I wouldn't take that.
In marriages, don't say, this spaghetti you cooked is not sweet. See the one like Majaku. I'm like, are you kidding me?
That bola, oh.
Is that bola that will give you food?
Is that bola that will give you food and food?
So that's the way it is. So no. Comparison is a no-no. It's a sign of immaturity. It's a no-no for me too.
Bola will start to feed you from that moment.
Yeah. So
point number 4. If she wants to know your family background,
sure, you must know.
Bros, did you even proofread your points before you bring it out?
No, if she wants to know your family background, that means you're dating the right person.
If she wants to know, okay, I think I want to understand what he's trying to say. If he wants to know your background, probably just to know if you're from a well-to-do or an average, or just
know everyone associated with you, know everything about.
But I don't say anything wrong. I think I need to know where I'm headed with you.
Yeah,
if I'm going to get serious at all.
I agree with that.
So point number 5. Wants to know who your friends are. Benny.
Yeah, it's true.
Calm down. I need to know where you enter.
Your circle of friends, of course.
I want to know who you sit with. I want to know who you roll with. I want to know that circle. I want to know your gang. If you call it gang, if you call it gang, I just want to know.
If you call it gang, oh yeah.
So if anything happens, not because I'm too forward to want to know, we might end up not being together tomorrow, but at the moment, if anything happens, your next person is your family member at the moment.
Yeah.
So number 6, if she cooks well and is neat.
That one. I support it with my full chest. True.
Yes.
Because as a woman, how can you not know how to cook well? How can you not be neat? Please tell me. So what are you now doing in your life? Is it only makeup? Sorry, my gender, I must say this so, because if we don't tell ourselves the truth, we are not helping ourselves. Is it only makeup you know, and to dress up and to put perfume? Your makeup, your perfume, your outward appearance must actually reflect inside also. Not the one you use to wear and just hang it on the door, piam, or throw it back on the bed. And not the one you use plate and cook, abi you use pot and prepare semo, ati pot atomorogun, ati gbako, you just leave it inside the same piam. You now pour water. The whole thing will now be growing. It will now cover it. It will now be growing. And visitor will not enter your house. Everywhere will be smelling. I mean, you will not be using air fresheners to cover up your laziness. Kilo J, are you seeing my face right now? Oh no, that thing is. Oh, you finish using your gas cooker, and something will spill on it. To even clean it up is a show for you. You will use knife. Sorry, my gender. I must say this thing. You will use knife and peel orange, or use knife and peel apple. To clean the knife, and keep it back is problem. Piam, what did you sink, abi oju sinu bowl that I are keeping. So, it's the most annoying thing now in my entire life is there are some. I'm talking from experience. I once lived in the hostel. I was in the university. Then during NYC camp, no, you worried. So then the one that even vexed me the most, there are some that will now put their underwear. They will put it inside container. They will now pour water in that container. Now put soap. Now cover the container for about a week. By then they now open it, everything will just ooze. Boom. Kilo J, you want to kill son of man? Even if you cannot pity yourself, pity son of man. That is about neatness. You must be hygienic as a woman. Then to cook well, Indomie generation. God bless our mothers. And I think that upcoming moms too should actually really imbibe what our mothers used to do back then. Even fathers should actually do just replicate what our parents used to do back then. Like, they don't born you well. Your mother should be in the kitchen and you'll be elsewhere. Are you sure you want to eat in that house? Are you sure you want to eat in that house? Whether your child is a male or a female, you're preparing these children for the future. You shouldn't focus more on the female gender because, okay, now if you're focusing more on the female gender, you're preparing them for a male. What kind of male are you preparing them for? That is it. What kind of male are you preparing them for? You're preparing them for a lazy male that doesn't know how to do anything. Like, even if the wife is fainting and dying, you just be there sitting like log of wood or sitting like a caricature that I don't understand.
You're not trading an helper for your son's
for you're not your
child's partner.
Exactly. So that's the way it is.
Okay. So these are the criteria. I'm coming. I want to list them again. I'll tell you the last one.
I don't need to talk about the last one. That last
okay,
one.
so these are the criteria.
Read your Bible and pray every day.
So, basically, they don't drop criteria for wife material. A wife that doesn't beg for money. A wife that is keen on what you let you do for a living. A wife that doesn't compare you with a friend's boyfriend. A wife that wants to know your family background. Yes, a wife that wants to know who your friends are. A wife that knows how to cook and is neat. And a wife
that knows how to
inevitable.
A wife that knows how to pray
in the life of husband and wife.
And not a wife that is a prayer point.
A prayer. And a prayer.
A wife that is a prayer partner, not a wife that is a prayer point. You know, we have prayer partner, we have prayer point. One thing is to be a prayer point, another thing is to be a prayer partner.
So that one.
Yeah.
Read your Bible, you understand what I'm saying. If you don't get it,
forget about it. I think we should go on a music break.
Very well.
Let's give you some vibes.
I want to dance. So give it up for beating me a lover.
We'll be right back. Stay connected to Lagoon Radio.
This is Lagoon. Bible says the rulers of this age knew not this mystery. For if they are known, they would not have crucified the Son of God. Oh, yeah, glory be to the Lord. I can say, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. You're looking at the I said, glory be to the Lord. And Ryan said, Hallelujah, Jesus, the only Son of God. He has done so much for me. I cannot tell it all. Jesus. If I have 10,000 songs, it still won't be enough for Jesus.
Thank you for coming. Salama baby.
Sham, get out of here. What do you mean?
All right. Here we go. It's 16 minutes before 3 p.m. here on Lagoon Radio. And don't forget, you're still glued to your number one online gospel radio station powered by the Diocese of Lagos, Anglican Communion. Like and follow us on Facebook at Lagoon Radio Nigeria, on Instagram and Twitter is at Lagoonradio.Ng. My name remains Didi Shab, and still with me in the studio is Timdele Labisio. Okay, we've been talking and gisting this morning, and we've still got a few on before we call it a wrap on the show. What do we have again? Okay, this one is rather a sad one. Okay, so angry residents bring down the house of the boy that raped a girl to death. Okay, so here's the story. A young man identified as Chukwu Kere Fine is currently on the run after allegedly raping his neighbor's 40-year-old niece to death in Ehime, Mbano, local government area of Imo State. It was gathered that the suspect allegedly grabbed and dragged the victim, Umuzi Amarachi, to his room, where he raped her to death on Saturday night, June 11, 2022. So according to a source, the girl is an orphan who is living with family members. Last Saturday, she went to her aunt's house in Agbahara, Unsu, to help her cook in preparation for Iwakwa. However, during the overnight cooking, she went missing and was later found dead in the guy's apartment. She was raped repeatedly. So it's believed that he grabbed and dragged her into his room when no one was watching. He's currently nowhere to be found. It's rather a sad one. Okay, so I'll just take comment. I really don't know what to say on this. The commentary says the same energy parents put in training their girls, they should put it in training their boys. See, has this one ruined their family name forever? That's it. When you're training your girl child, you train your boy child, and then let them be trained together. This is an unfortunate incident. This is rather painful. It's a great loss.
I think the issue of rape, I don't think we should actually be visiting rape like this anymore. I think we actually talked about this earlier this year, about the issue of rape and all that. The right punishment, it hasn't been, should I say, they haven't found that you found it out. They're yet to find it out. And all, should I say, the right punishment has not started to be implemented. I don't even know the English to speak right now because I am like this. And I don't know. Because if the proper punishment is being dished out, things like this will not keep happening. Really. It won't keep happening. Because it just keeps, and people that are victims of this, they're vulnerable people, they are children, promising children. Okay, see this 14-year-old girl now, she at least should have a future ambition. You know, if you ask her what do you want to become in future, she might say medical doctor or an engineer, and someone just decided or allowed the devil to use him, or got used by the devil, or got pushed to now rape her and shorten this little girl's life. Like, I don't understand, really. It's so sad. It's so sad. And to me, his house shouldn't be pulled down alone. They should act, in fact, and after that, it should be given a proper punishment. That's what I'm going to say. Like, I don't even want to speak more than this so that it won't be as if I'm angry. But basically, I'm angry. It's sad, really. It's so sad. It's so sad. Well, a lot of things are just happening here and there. You're not safe outside. You're not even safe inside. The children are not even safe inside. You're scared of who wants to rape them and who doesn't want to rape them. You're scared of who will teach them something bad. And I don't understand. I don't get it.
Okay. Well, still, in the news, this one came in just now. Drug trafficking suspended DCP Abakiari's co-defendants bags 16 years imprisonment. Okay, here's the story.
6 years. I think that's his co-defendants now, but he himself, uncle.
I don't know why they are taking so much time to charge this guy or to pass sentence on him.
I think the court is still trying to make some other findings and all that.
This is Nigeria. There's some people above the law. Justice Emeka Nwete of the Federal High Court in Abuja on Tuesday, June 14, sentenced two of Abakiari's co-defendants to 6 years imprisonment. The convicts Patrick Umeibe and Emeka Alphonsus Izenwa had his sixth and seventh defendants in the suit filed by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency NDLEA against the suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police DCP Abakiari and others over an alleged drug deal. So, however, the court, which noted that the two defendants were remorseful, held that the sentence would run concurrently, commencing from the date they were arrested by the NDLEA. So imagine.
So the 6 years has actually started from the day they were arrested.
Because of course they do not have right to their lives ever since they've been arrested.
Sure.
Knowing that, they have less than 6 years to spend there.
Yeah, so sure. Anyway.
So we still await Abakiari's judgment.
Well, I think the judgment should be served accordingly, and I believe it's being served gradually. It's a gradual process, so we need not to worry. We need not to hurry. So
some people are saying just 6 years for all the crime. There are laws guiding these kind of crimes. What would you have them do? Kill them? Well, it's your opinion, but
the thing is just that I think these are for the co-defendants, really. So I believe that it's a particular law, this particular section in the law that actually supports that. So the main culprit now will now bag his own. I don't know what judgment will be passed on that one, but I think the main culprit would have to bag his own as well. So it's a gradual process. So I believe in the judiciary system of our country, Nigeria, and it should actually be a continuous stuff. It should be a continuous stuff. Like it shouldn't be restricted to Abaki Ari and Oshpopi's case alone. So anyone who is found in the same situation, or let me put it that way, or the person should have a share of his or her own. So I think basically it is what it is.
All right. Things are really happening, but I'm going to take this one as a closing note. No, I have to hear.
My boy is hungry.
I don't know. Well, let's just hear what she has to say. Okay, this is coming from Kiton Bukola. She is an actress, and she has come out to say that we need to normalize being submissive and respectful to men. She should have just said to her husband. To husbands. Okay, so yeah, she says, dear ladies, whether you like it or not, a man is the head of the family. Let us normalize being submissive and respectful. You see this, it will make you think we have equal right with them, but in actual sense, now them be the boss. So no matter how beautiful, hot, sexy you are, when you reach 50 years max, you go retire. You go fade, but a man at 50 years can conveniently marry a 16, 18 years old
50
girl.
long, even by for age 45, if you don't see, you don't they go back. You don't they go back to factory settings.
So if you use their eyes see shaggy now, remember a time will come when market will finish inside your shop or table will turn with that, especially if they can't get money join. Hey.
Anyway, I actually support her. While I support her with my full chest. You know that there's something. If you want to get a man, just be submissive and respect him. That's one of a man's mumu button. Once you're like that, you just tell him. You can even send him on an errand. He would, if I actually just share and talk, go, he will even think about this. Oh my man, like I can't be like, babe, please, can you just help me do this thing? Babe, can you, with full chest and with happiness, he's going to do it. But if you are now forming gender equality in marriage,
that's where you get it all wrong.
My dear gender, you're getting it all wrong because you're heaping coal of fire on your head, and at the same time, you're looking for trouble because trouble they sleep in your gago wake up. I ain't gonna be the case. So it is what it is.
So there's some people are saying there's love in marriage. Okay, and on the contrary, Ellen Paul here is telling us there is no love in marriage. Love is in people, and people put love in marriage. This is going to be our close.
Why do you think she's a professor? No. Why do you think she's a professor?
It is telling. We can see it's obvious. But really, love is in people. You can't say because you're in marriage, and you have to love yourself. You have to love whoever you're dealing with.
Exactly.
And then the marriage is going to be filled with so much love. So love is in people, and people put love in marriage.
Sure.
Basically, she's praising the husband for being there for her, for being at ATM, even though she has not been. The husband calls her sweet names. He never calls her a name or Mama Lagbaja, but she is, she calls Mama Lagbaja, and of course, he still loves her the same. And this is romantic.
It
is romantic.
It's heart popping. At the same time, it's adrenaline pumping. Sharp, sorry, don't cry. It's adrenaline popping, really. But this is actually a very good one.
Love is a beautiful thing if you've got it inside of you.
I think she's also trying to pass a message across that we should change our perception for marriage. A lot of people think, once we get married, we automatically marry, so the love will come. If you don't have the love for that person deep inside you, by the time you do the marriage finish, you don't allow the marriage to do you. Let me put it that way. So you have to think with your head as you're using your heart in it at the same time. Ireo. I hope with these very few points of mine.
If you're not careful, you're going to misunderstand that.
Exactly.
Your very first statement.
Exactly.
So we hope these very few points of ours
we are able to convince you
and not to confuse you that
there's no
Radio
love in
is
marriage
the best.
and love is in people and people put love in marriage. And this is coming to you from the stable of Lagoon Radio, your number one online gospel radio. Let me put the number one world best online gospel radio. Can screw that.
Alright, tomorrow is going to be another edition. I'm sure you don't want to miss out on these. You've still got loads and loads of programs coming up after now. You do not still want to miss it. Don't forget to like on Facebook at Lagoon Radio Nigeria, on Instagram and Twitter is at Lagoonradio.Ng. I remain Duty Sharp and
Olabisi Simidele, okay, Omaja Yogi Dulu Kongaji. Hi guys. Have a nice Sharp. Why you like this?
have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
This is